Hi, this is the Managing Disruption PD video where we will focus on strategies to promote a positive learning environment. My name is Sarah Martin. I am the Student Services Teacher on Special Assignment in Palm Springs Unified School District. First, let's take a look at what disruption is. It's defined as behavior that interrupts teaching or learning. And some examples might be talking out of turn, refusing to follow directions, or off-task behavior. Some common causes of disruptive behavior include unmet needs, such as attention, structure, or safety on the student's part, academic frustration, a lack of engagement, external stressors like home life and mental health, and peer dynamics in the classroom. So let's look at some prevention strategies. The most effective classroom management we can ever employ is prevention. And it is very important because it's proactive. Proactive strategies reduce the need for reactive discipline. Prevention is positive, and a positive climate prevents escalation. Prevention also fosters respect. Prevention builds mutual respect and thrives on clear expectations. Preventative strategies in the classroom include clear expectations, routines, and procedures. Teach, review, and refine regularly. Also, positive relationships. Show interest in your students. Engaging instruction and active learning decreases non-preferred behaviors. Strategically place students for success using seating plans and charts. Also, make sure that you have nonverbal cues. Eye contact, proximity, and gestures are all preventative strategies. Your reinforcement system and correction systems are also preventative strategies to use in the classroom. As teachers, we often find prevention difficult to implement consistently. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. It can be difficult due to a mismatched management program or weak student-teacher relationships, inconsistent rules and consequences, and what the teacher finds reinforcing. Often we find punitive systems more reinforcing because they lead to a direct change in behavior, but punitive systems do not work in the long term when we're trying to enact positive behavior change. So let's talk about responding to disruption. We really want to model regulated responses. Adults responding to student behavior with understanding and compassion rather than anger or punishment creates a safe space for connection and learning. Children need to feel seen and loved, especially in their most difficult moments. When responding to disruption, stay calm and composed. Address behavior, not the student. Make sure that we're separating the behavior and the student. We have a problem with the behavior, not the student as a person. Use minimal verbal intervention first, offer choices to redirect the behavior, and apply correction and consequences consistently and fairly. Avoid power struggles. Engaging in a power struggle with a student will almost certainly increase disruptive behavior and cause harm to the relationship. When students are being disruptive in the classroom, we usually try to redirect them. When the students refuse to follow those directions, it can easily lead to a power struggle between the student and teacher. A better practice is to provide the student with two choices, and if the student refuses to make a choice, tell the student that you will check back in with them later. This allows the student some time to consider their behavior and what they want. It removes the opportunity for a power struggle to occur. Most times, the student will want to talk with the teacher and wants the teacher's attention. So be sure to provide attention and reinforcement to the student as soon as the disruptive behavior ceases or they make a choice. Now we're going to take a look at some more reactive strategies. Reactive strategies include redirection, choices, breaks, and self-awareness and self-management strategies. Redirection is a quick, in-the-moment strategy that gives corrective feedback to our scholars. This strategy puts the student's focus on something else. Get the student's attention using a calm tone, maintain neutral body language, Use clear and concise language. An example could be, Rose, would you like to be line leader? Or Rose, will you help me build a castle over here? Choices. Provide the scholar with a choice when behavior is beginning or occurring. Some choices might look like, would you like to do your math or writing? Do you want to take a break with Miss Hio or Mr. Valenzuela? Would you like to go to the peace corner or the teacher's chair? This strategy limits opportunities for the scholar to directly defy directives, meaning it limits their opportunities to tell you no. Providing choices is a process. You want to identify when the problem behavior is likely to occur, determine appropriate and realistic choices that can be presented during those times, present the choices to the student. This could be scheduled as well if you know the student has behaviors at regular times. Honor the choice immediately and provide positive reinforcement to the student for making a choice immediately. If you don't have time or you're doing this strategy on the fly, you don't have to identify when the behaviors are likely to occur. Just skip to the second step. Breaks. This intervention helps the student manage frustration and practice self-regulation. Breaks are a good option for scholars who disrupt, escape, or elope to avoid tasks. Teach the student how to request a break, schedule breaks if needed, and determine break activities beforehand. Also, self-awareness and self-management is very important. Teach scholars how to use strategies beforehand and remind them to use the strategies during the behavior when it's occurring. Some additional strategies include de-escalation techniques where you want to use a calm tone, acknowledge student emotions, avoid power struggles, provide space and/or time, and follow up privately. And restorative practices where you focus on repairing relationships and encourage student accountability. Relationships are really the foundation of managing any classroom maladaptive behavior, including disruption. We cannot hope to provide effective interventions without first establishing a relationship. And practice reflection and self-care. Reflect on what works and what doesn't. Avoid taking behavior personally, seek support when needed, and prioritize your well-being. Remember that a dysregulated adult cannot help to regulate a child. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please reach out if you have any questions.